splits were unbelievable. This is Katie Ledecky. We brought our cowbell, and here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, so excited to be here with you. The Olympics in Paris is officially underway. Night one of swimming has just completed. What I want to do for you guys is go through the events one by one. We're going to look at the entire race schedule. We have there it is, right over there. We got the women's 100 fly semifinal, the men's 400 free final, the women's 400 free final, Australia versus the U.S. shaping up to be a good one, men's 100 breast semifinal, then the 4x1 free relay final took place for both the men and the women. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the results on the screen. We're going to go through it event by event. First broadcast of these Olympic Games, so I'll try and throw some comments on the screen. Would love to see the engagement that you guys have from the community. So let's go ahead and make some noise in the comments, in the live chat. I'll do my best to get to you guys, and we'll go ahead and make it happen. So first thing is first, I am going to go ahead and load up the results. And while you guys are joining in here, let me know in the comments where you guys are joining me from. Really excited to have you guys here. It's going to be a party. Here we go. Let's pull ahead I'm going to take the results off here, and we're going to turn on the results right there. Here we are. Yep, let me know where you guys are joining me from. All right, all right. Are you guys coming through on the live? Just got to make sure we're broadcasting. Otherwise, that'd be no fun if I can't broadcast anyone. But I have the women's 100 butterfly results on the screen. This is the semifinal. Just want to make sure we have live. Let me see if we're broadcasting. I believe we're broadcasting. Let me go ahead and check on YouTube. Let me know in the comments if we're live. Otherwise, it's kind of awkward. I'm talking to myself. Let me pull up Facebook. I am live on Facebook. Well, that's good. All right, we're live on Facebook. And let's take a look if we're live on YouTube. Are we live on YouTube? Day one, guys. We're going to have a good time. I know we are. Day one, we're going to have a good time. Technical difficulties. Yep. All right, so we got some people joining on Facebook. That's good. Just making sure everything is streamed up nice and well. So let's see if we have YouTube. Hopefully my broadcast internet's good. And then let's get people piled in here for the big party. Maybe my internet is not good. That might be a challenge here. Got to make sure we have good internet connection. Thanks for your patience, everyone, as we get our day one logistics. But this 100 fly, oh, man, this is wild. All right, I don't think we're broadcasting to YouTube. We're going to just go ahead and roll with it, and then we're going to go through and just post it on YouTube later. No worries. No worries. We got the women's 100 fly. Check out Gretchen Walsh, right on pace for that world record. You can see her right there with that 55.3. I saw her at the U.S. Olympic trials just a month ago. She was 55.1. She has so much speed going out. 25.2. Wow, that is a lot of speed to have. Even Tori Husk with a 25.6 on the way out. I mean, Gretchen in this first semifinal, this is the results from 2 semifinals put together. So that way the top 8 actually make it in to the final. I underlined top 9, but you get what I'm saying. And so the goal for at this point in the competition is to swim fast enough so that way you can make it into the final. Now, in the semifinal, because it's a night swim, you really do expect a lot of speed because you can't really play it too safe. Not only to make the final, but you also want to set yourself up for the final event. But remember, only the top 3 are going to make it onto the podium. That is the women's 100-meter butterfly. That is the semifinal. Now, let's go ahead and move into our next event. And we have the men's 400 free. This was actually the first final for the night. And you can see the Germans stepping up here onto the podium. That's Lucas from Team Germany, 341. Now, what's really interesting about this, if you dissect the splits, look at the world record split. At that last 50 or last 100 to go, 247, we were under the world record mark at the 300. But Paul Biedermann, when he broke that, a fellow German, he was absolutely flying on that last 50. You can see here, Marcus was able to come home in a 28.2. I think Paul Biedermann was like a 25 when he finished this event. So you've got Lucas from Germany for the win, Elijah from Australia for second, the silver medal, and we have from Korea, that's our podium right there. Those are our top 3 swimmers in the 400 freestyle. To be quite honest with you guys, not a very fast field. You would have expected maybe a little bit more speed at these Olympic Games in this event specifically. There's Aaron Shekel there for the United States, 347. Not very fast. He's in the final. Good Olympic experience, but not really getting it done in the final to make it on the podium. Next up, we have what was talked about as the race of the century. Literally the race of the century. Because you've got Katie Ledecky, Summer McIntosh, and we have Ariane Titmus. And these three would face off in this event. But this was all the Ariane Titmus show. You can't really see it's cut off. But she absolutely dominated this race start to finish. Time not very fast, but she really took control of the race pretty much from the beginning. I think Katie Ledecky only won this race in the first 15 meters. She was in the lead at about 15, 20 meters to go, or to start, and then Titmus made her move and really passed her pretty early on in this event. We have Summer McIntosh in second and Ledecky at a 4-minute. You know she's not going to be happy with that 4-minute or the place. All of three of them have been much faster. They've all exchanged the world record at some point. That's why so much drama has been made about this event specifically, because you have three former world record holders facing off in the same event at the same time, 3 different countries. That's pretty amazing. And if you're keeping track of the Australia versus USA, well, that's USA not getting a gold medal, and that is Australia getting a gold medal. But the night is not over yet. Next up, our next event is the men's 100 breaststroke semifinal. We have the world record holder. That is Adam Peaty. He's been 56.8 before. He's consistently been 57s, 58s, left and right. The prelims in all of these swimmers were pretty slow in the morning. So in the semifinal, we're hoping to see some faster times. Did we see it? Not really. A lot of these times were actually still pretty darn slow. So we'd like to see some more speed coming out of these guys in the final. We have Qin Haiyang from China. He was 57 5 times last year. He is definitely someone to watch. Of course, you got Kaminga and, of course, Nick Fink. So we're going to see, I'd like to think of the top 5 guys, we're going to see 2 of them on the podium. Maybe we'll have someone sneak in there. We don't know. Also, I just saw this when I was looking at the splits. Never expected this. Well, I guess you could expect it at this level. There is a tie for 8th place. That means they have to have a swim-off competition, and only one of those guys is going to be able to swim in the final tomorrow night. I don't know who it's going to be. They actually didn't televise it. I couldn't find the heat sheets for it. If you guys are wondering the links for all of these results, it is down below in the description. You can check that out. But a lot of drama shaping up here for at least that swim off. But really, it's going to be a nail biter. Who's going to win? A lot of these guys actually fell off quite a bit at the end of the race. They looked really good for about 90 meters, and then they kind of just died. So I don't really know if they were shutting down on purpose or they just didn't have anything left, and it makes it unlikely that we'll see any 57s, which is kind of a bummer if the fastest time wins it in a 58 and you consider the world record is a 56 and the world record holder is in the event, but we're going 58s tomorrow in the final. At the end of the day, this is the Olympic final, and the times don't mean anything. It's all about winning the event or getting on the podium, top 3. So we would like to see some faster times. People are talking about the pool not being fast. It is what it is. The athletes are all swimming in the same water, so they're all going to go slow together if the pool really is, in fact, slow. We'll probably make another video about why we think the pool is slow, but stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see what that looks like. Next up, we have the relay, the women's 4x1 freestyle relay. Now, Australia was the team to beat. I mean, it's really hard to beat the Australians here. They've got some absolute superstars. I thought if we didn't know the pool would be slow, they would be gunning for this world record right here. I mean, they have the people to do it on the team. I thought they would be there. They still won by a large margin. The United States, Simone Manuel, just held off China. Look how close this is right there. You can see the margin, 0.1. That is the difference between a silver medal and a bronze medal at these Olympics in a relay in an event that's 3.5 minutes long. So you can imagine at this level to be competing and then to have the place come down to the touch. Simone Manuel, I think, dove in at 3rd position. But when you look at these splits, I mean, Meg Harris from Australia was a 51.9 on the back of that. I'm scanning the results. I don't see another 51 point. There were some 51s thrown down in the preliminaries. You know, a lot of these athletes are fighting for it, but the United States didn't really get it done. I mean, Kate Douglas with a 52.9. I mean, you consider the world record in this event's a 51. You know, so she did an all right job. The United States did a pretty good job holding their splits consistent. We'll see that in the men's race. But how about China coming through for that bronze medal? Canada had some studs in there. You got Penny Alexiak on the anchor. She was a 53-2, but at this level in the Olympics in 2024, 53 is not going to cut it. In this relay, you need some stars, everyone going 52. You look at the winning relay, 52, 52, 52, 51-9. That's what it takes. And you think about that world record, you're going to need a couple more 51s or 52 low to make that happen. But congratulations to all the ladies. If you're keeping track of USA versus Australia, that is now 2 gold medals for Australia and 0 for the United States. But that's not how the night ended. The night ended with the men's 4x1 free relay, and you see the United States there with the win. Australia comes in second with a monster 46.5 split from Kyle Chalmers. We can expect him to do that. Then we have Italy sneaking in there for third position. Look at that leadoff with a 48.0, 47.4. Wow, look at that. 48.1, 47.0. I mean, you got a 47.4 and a 47.0. That's enough to get you on the podium. And China was in there. How about Pan? Pan right here from China. He led with a 46.9. I believe the O on the mark right there is for Olympic record. So you'll see you can actually break the world record or Olympic record or your country's national record leading off a relay. It's a flat start, clean start. And Pan did just that. He broke the world record leading off the relay, 46.8 at the World Championships. Fun fact, I actually swam in that lane at the Masters World Championships like 2 weeks after Pan broke the world record in this event. So that was pretty cool. Then you got Great Britain, Team GB falling to 5th place. They were definitely a podium contender, but really this was all the Americans here with those splits. Now, when you look at the splits a little bit closer, a few big times here. We have Hunter Armstrong dropping a 46.7. That's big, but I actually thought this relay had a shot at breaking the world record. And that world record now seems pretty much untouchable. You look at who was on that relay. You had Michael Phelps leading off in a 47.5. You had Garrett Weber-Gale. You had Cullen Jones and Jason Lezak with the incredible 46.06 split. And that was way back in 2008. That was 16 years ago. And none of these guys are even close to that. So it really just goes to show how fast this world record is when you had the guys that were best positioned and they were just over a second off of doing that. It goes to show how fast swimming has gotten. At the same time, we're not seeing the fastest times in the pool, but we are seeing some great racing. And that's what these Olympics are all about. Bringing people together, competing at the highest level, and really showing what they can do under all of that pressure. Now, tomorrow, we're going to have more action. I'll be coming back to you guys. Excuse the patience here. Thank you for your patience on the technical difficulties. I'll make sure the live streams are going pretty well across all channels. So make sure you come back, watch, and make sure you're subscribed so you can catch tomorrow's schedule. Well, there it is right there, because we are kicking it off with the men's 400 individual medley, where we are going to see France's very own Léon Marchand defend his his world record in the 400 IM. We'll see if he can break the Olympic record. I think he's going to destroy it. The pool's not looking fast, but we are seeing some fast times nonetheless. We'll see if he can do it there. We saw the women's semifinal of the 100 fly earlier today. Now we'll see the final tomorrow. The men's 2 free semifinal is going to be a good one. A lot of guys, we're going to see David Popovich, see what he can throw down. We got the women's semi of the 100 breasts, the men's semifinal of the 100 backstroke. Then we got the men's 100 breaststroke. We just saw the semifinal. Let's see if any of those guys can dip into the 57 territory, if that's what it takes to get on the podium. I think it's going to take a 58. We'll see what happens. And then our final event is the women's 200 freestyle semifinal. We're going to have some studs in every single event, and I look forward to expanding our commentary every single day. These are probably going to go longer and longer as we get more and more detailed in the discussion. So until that time, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys at the next one, and happy swimming.